Good morning. I'm David Pruett, head of Northland Christian School, and I wanted to take an opportunity just to have a face-to-face conversation with you. And while I realize this isn't exactly face-to-face, it's the closest thing that we can do this morning. So hopefully you'll take the time to listen to this, and I'll be as brief as possible. I want to first of all thank all of you for just the help in making the transition from Bammel Church of Christ to here so that we could get our elementary school finally on this campus. It's really a neat thing to hear the kids over on the playground and around the campus. Actually get some kids hugging me when I walk down the sidewalk, which normally doesn't happen with the junior high and high school kids. Matter of fact, I don't think it ever happens. So just really it's a neat thing to have that, but also recognizing that's a transition that's taking place and we're learning as we go. And so I know it's different for many people and dropping your kids off here, and we are continuing to work and tweak the processes to make it a smooth transition, recognizing that we have limited parking and some challenges with large spaces such as cafeteria and gymnasium, and we're going to do everything that we can to make that work and be an exciting place for everybody. So just bear with us as we continue this work in progress. I wanted to also talk to you about our annual fund, and for some of you may be looking and going, what, or what's an annual fund, or why do we do anything called an annual fund? And I wanted you to know that the cost of going to school here, the tuitions that we set each year, does not cover the cost of actually running the school. Why somebody set that up years ago at any school is, you have to scratch your head, but the decision was made because we want to keep tuition as low as possible so as many people as possible can have access to the education. But in doing so, it means every year we have to raise funds that are vital to the school's ongoing education here. So you look at it and you go, what exactly is funded by annual fund? And that is the classroom materials, some of those student activities, the maintenance, and everything that happens on this campus. Trying to keep this place a safe and inviting place is a continual expense to mow, to clean, to repair. You look at sometimes when an air conditioner goes out, it's a little different than at your house where you might have a home where your air conditioning goes out. Here it's a $20,000 multi-ton unit. And so all of that takes place on an annual basis, and believe it or not, with all the acreage that we have here, annually things break and things have to be replaced. So we raise those funds, and each year we're asking everybody to participate. But I want to tell you why we ask everybody to participate. First of all, many people coming together help make that so much easier than if we were asking 5 or 6 people or 10 people to come up with all the funds for this. So spreading it helps make that a possibility, but it also brings strength to our school. So I look at the annual fund as a donation to this ministry. It's not a bill. It's something that I gladly write a check to when I give, because I'm giving it just as I would give to the church, because we are a ministry and we're providing services to raise the next generation who is going to understand and be able to navigate this world with the knowledge that we want to put into their heads about who they are and who they are in Christ. So as we do these things, it takes commitment from everybody. So our annual goal is $400,000, and that sounds like a lot of money, but when everybody's giving from what they can give, that $400,000 is really not that large. It just takes everybody willing to go, I'm going to make a donation to the ongoing ministry of Northland Christian School. We had some families that came together and basically presented a $75,000 match for this year. And they were challenging everybody that might say, well, my little gift doesn't really add up. But so they would say, I can double it. So when you give $1,000 or you give $500, they're willing to throw in $500 to match that. So it gets us to that 400,000 goal much quicker. So I encourage you to look at that and be a part of that. We currently have $21,000 given toward the $75,000, and I can't afford, and we can't afford, to leave any of that on the table. So we just need to try to see every way possible. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Just step up and say, you know, I'm going to support the ministry of this school. And you can easily go online and do that. If right now that becomes difficult or challenging for you, you can pledge and make a commitment toward it. Just be a part of it. It helps us in so many different ways, including the fact that we're able to publicize when we're applying for grants from different foundations. They all expect to see a given history from our families in the school. And that includes our faculty and staff and everybody. So we want to be able to put a high percentage. If that percentage is very low, then it's definitely not going to help us when we seek funding from different foundations. They look at it as, if you're not willing to help yourself, we're not willing to help you either. So it sounds a bit harsh, but that's the realities. So want to encourage you to be a part of it this year. It helps us to accomplish all the things we want to accomplish during this school year. It helps us to be the school that we want it to be. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving time with your family and friends. I know I'm looking forward to the turkey and all the other things that go along with it, and getting a little break. And so hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for listening. Oops, I'm back. Left out a key feature there. The $75,000 match goes until December 2nd, so that carries us all the way through the holidays. I was supposed to say that, and they reminded me afterwards that I didn't say it, so I'm saying it now, December 2nd.